tree, white and pink and lazy as can be. But I'd be king just in the spring, so now I think it over. Gee, I'm glad I'm no one else but me. If you sit around and find the world is gloomy, and it isn't just your cup of tea, it's easy to imagine that it's rose and gloomy. You can think the things you want to be. So when all is said and done, imagining's a lot of fun. But when there are battles to be won, be what you are, it's best by far, and soon you'll be in clover. Gee, I'm glad I'm no one else but me.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Dancing Baker Canada. I'm Steven. So today, I'm going to make the perfect fall dessert, stuffed baked apples, which are so simple, so delicious, and gluten-free. Talk about a win. So if you want to see more videos with baking, singing, dancing, and maybe a little bit of Lunenburg thrown into the mix, hit that subscribe button now. Okay, let's get started. So, I start with these beautiful Nova Scotia Honeycrisp apples. Look at those, aren't those gorgeous? Now, I'm just gonna core them. So, I take my knife, and I don't do the whole thing right away. I start by just putting it in a little bit and marking the circle around that I want. So I make the circle first. There we go. You can't really see, but then after I go in with the knife. Now, if you're a child, make sure that you have parental supervision doing this for sure, okay? Or if you're somebody who acts like a child, same thing. I just core it, I take it around, just to there, and then I start to work my way in, just to get the whole core out. Now, you could get really fancy and get an apple core instrument to do this. I don't have one. I just do it with a knife, and then I scoop the guts out with the spoon. You want to make sure that you get all the way in and around so you get all the seeds out. So there is a little story to this dessert. A couple weeks ago, I was in a flea market, and I was with a friend of mine, and we were just chatting and looking at stuff, and we decided that night that we'd have a little bit of a potluck dinner. So I was at home getting stuff ready, and I thought, oh shoot, I don't have anything for dessert. And then I remembered Greg brought home these beautiful bag of apples, and I thought, why not? I have never made stuffed apples, and it's something that I wanted to try. Now, I never make a dessert and serve a dessert that I haven't tried before, but I thought, you know what, just throw caution to the wind. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that looks about good. So, just scoop a little bit more out. See, I made this wonderful little well. Okay, and the last one there, just make sure all the guts are out. Good, look at that. So now we have the perfect vessel to stuff these apples, and this right into the compost. Okay, so next up, I am going to take 3 tablespoons of butter, unsalted, that I've softened. So I'm just gonna put that all in there. There we go. A 1/4 cup of oats. Throw them in. In here, a 1/4 cup of lightly packed brown sugar and a heaping teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, you can also add nutmeg. I just opted for the cinnamon because, well, really, I'm out of nutmeg. Okay, so just add that in. And then we just cream this all together with a fork. Okay, so totally optional, but I'm gonna throw in 2 tablespoons of walnuts, and I actually put 2 teaspoons here of flaxseed. Now, that's the beauty of this recipe. Again, you could add anything you like. You could add dried cranberries, raisins, different kind of nuts. It's a good way to hide something healthy in there as well. Okay, so full disclosure here. I love apple desserts. I love apple pie. I love apple crisp. I love apple strudel. all of it. And I tell you, when I first bit into this dessert, it brought me a lot of joy. How much, you ask? Well, kind of made me feel like this.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home.
So check that out. Next up, it's as simple as this. We're gonna spoon it into the apple. So you take your spoon, or you could even use your fork actually, and you just pack it down, just like that, to about there. Okay, and the last one here, just finishing touches. Good. Now, these are ready to go into the oven. So here we go. It's as simple as this. I put them in the glass pan. And so the apples on the outside don't dry out. I pour in about 3/4 of a cup of hot water from the kettle. Now, I'm gonna bake these for about 45 minutes at 375. Now, I have a little bit of cleanup today, but it's actually a very little bit of cleanup. Usually I'll do something a little bit fun with the whole cleaning of my kitchen. I'm not gonna do that today. This morning, I had to take my car in to get the brakes done. So my mechanic is in an area around Corkham's Island, and I have a good friend who lives there. So I took this beautiful walk on Corkham's Island, and I thought I'd share some of it with you. The landscape is really lovely. Okay, so I'll bake these for 45 minutes, enjoy a few minutes of Corkham's Island, and I'll see you after the bake. Hey, so how did you like Corkham's Island? Pretty beautiful, right? Well, you know what else is beautiful? Here, check these out. These are gorgeous. They baked up beautifully. Now, important to know that I have let them rest for about 5 minutes before serving. And this isn't something you want to bake beforehand and then reheat. It's best if you can bake them and serve them pretty much right out of the oven. Now, a couple little serving suggestions here. You could use fresh whipped cream, caramel. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to pick this one. I'm just going to take it and put it in this dish. And I'm going to slice it just down the center here. And I'm going to open it up just there. Very, very nice. I'm just going to wipe my hand there. Put that there. Now, I'm going to opt to have this with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Here we go. There we are. If you want to get really fancy for your guests, a little cinnamon stick on top. Look at that. Such an impressive, gorgeous dessert that took no time. Now, time to test it out here. Let's see. Get some ice cream in there, some apple. Oh, I'm making a bit of a mess. Totally okay. Yep. As I said, pure joy. So, I'm just going to finish this up and I'll see you later. Yum! Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my channel. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and maybe share with your friends. And don't forget, ring that little bell. You can also follow me on Instagram at The Dancing Baker Canada. So, I'm just going to leave you here with this. Whack! Boom! Ha! See you next time!